Hi my beautiful light workers. So today I wanted to do a video to show you guys how to do healing candles. Healing candles is really good to do when you or your loved ones are really going through something and you're really in need of healing. It's very powerful, and trust me, it works 100%. I have done this numerous times and it's never failed me. So what you need is just a blue candle. If you don't have a blue, you can use a white. Any blue will do. Okay. Blue stands for healing. So what you will do if you have your healing candle, which you can buy at the dollar store. I've said it before in my other candle videos. You can simply buy this at the dollar store for just $1. That's it. So what you need is just the blue candle. And I'm not gonna go through the specifics of the ingredients, but I will tell you what they are. I'm going to have another video with the specifics of the herbs and the oils and what they do, so you can look at that. You can refer to that video. Okay, so to start off, I always do a triangle, which represents for the work to be done quickly. Just literally carve a triangle. Then you're going to write the name. You're going to carve the name of the person you're doing it for, or if it's for yourself, you carve the name into the candle. And I also write my name on the bottom, or write the person's name that's in need of healing on the bottom. What I typically do is you can write what you're doing, what you want the healing for, with a blue marker. Just write your name on the bottom, or the person's name, and what you want or what you're intending the healing for. If what you're intending the healing for is like it's too much to write, you do not have to write on the glass. You don't have to write everything on the glass. Writing on the glass is simply for just something simple, just like heal the mind, heal mental health, arthritis healing, you know, just anything that you would like. You can write on the glass, and like I said, if it's too much, you don't need to do all that. Your intentions should be strong enough to push through what you want to be heard. So once you do you carve the triangle into the candle. Remember, triangle stands for the fire sign. So fire means fast. You want it done quickly. You'd like the work to be done quickly. That's what you're requesting of the angels, or whatever whatever you pray to, or whatever you want your intentions to go to, as far as deities. So I do it to my angels, always my archangels. And actually I do Archangel Raphael, because Archangel Raphael deals mainly with healing in every part of the body, healing the mind, healing the body, healing with money. He deals with it all. So I do Archangel Raphael, and what I tend to do is I literally draw out his talisman, and I'll put up a picture. I draw out Archangel Raphael's talisman and stick it underneath the candle. Or if you have a picture, which I do, you will literally draw the talisman, this is Archangel Raphael's talisman, on the back of the picture. So because that's who you really want to call out to, is Archangel Raphael. He's the healing angel. So once I have this set and I have written my name or carved my name inside, if you know the person's date of birth, also carve the date of birth in there with you. I start adding my herbs, and the herbs that I add this is dried lavender. So I add, just sprinkle a little bit of dried lavender. I add some bay leaves. Sometimes I add coffee grinds. Cayenne pepper, because cayenne pepper is also to get work done quickly. Some cinnamon. Sea salt for protection. That's just about the herbs that I add. Sometimes I'll even add my moon water. Actually, I do. I add my moon water to everything. If you don't have moon water, it's fine. This really pulls the energy from the moon into your work. So I'll go into moon water in another video. But if you don't have it, also that's okay. Now, please remember that every practitioner does things differently. So you could see other videos on YouTube, and each practitioner has their different ways of doing things. You will discover your own way. You do not have to follow my way. You don't have to follow any other practitioner's way. You don't need all the ingredients that I have. You don't need all the ingredients all the practitioners have, because the number one ingredient that you need, which you have, is your willpower, your intention. That's it. I could not have any of these ingredients and it'll still work. What these ingredients do is it amplifies the work and makes it stronger. But regardless, your prayer is being heard. It's going to be answered. So just as long as your intention and willpower is to get that work specifically done, what you want done. So there's no wrong ingredient. There's no wrong way to do it. Just put your intentions into it and get the work done. All these ingredients that I've showed you, literally, I have them at home. I have them at home. They're mine. And so you don't need to go out and order and buy any. But, if you feel the need to, you can as well. Okay? And also what I do have in this, I did order, is dragon's blood. Dragon blood, it's dragon's blood powder. It comes in oil form. It comes in all forms, actually. But dragon's blood really intensifies what you're doing. It intensifies the candle work. It intensifies the energy into it. Intensifies what you want. And speeds it up as well. So that's another thing. And as you can see, I want this done really quickly. So I'm going to put as much as I can in there to intensify the work. So as far as oils, I've stated before in my other videos, I use the Art of the Root oil. It's really good. I've definitely find it to work 100%. I've never had a complaint in regards to it. So I use the Art of the Oil. You can order. They're about $8 a bottle, really simple. I know other sites sell them, but this is what I use. So what I'm using for this is I use uncrossing, just to uncross any situations in regards to the healing. I use force of nature to push through if there's any obstacles in the way. I also use a purification just to kind of sweeten things up and purify the work, and road opener to open any roads if there's any block in regards to this healing. So, like I said, once I have put all the ingredients in, just sprinkle a little bit and added just a drop of each of my oils in. And you can order other oils, whatever oils call to you, whatever herbs call to you for your work, you can use. Like I said, you don't have to use my oils. You don't have to use anyone else's oils. It's what you want. You're the light worker, so you do what you want, what you feel, So I put some oils in my hand as well, because I tend to hold the candle and really put my intentions in to get the work done. So every time I'm putting the oils or the herbs, I'm really putting in my intention, what I'm requesting to be done, what I would like to get done for that person. So like I said, I have the picture with the Raphael talisman on there. Normally I'd face it up, but I'm going to face it down because this is an actual picture and a work that I'm doing on someone. And then don't forget your brown petition paper. I did do a video on petition paper. You can go and look at that video on how to do it. But I write my petition just in brown, paper, fold it towards me because I want this to happen. I fold it 3 times towards me, stick it underneath the candle, and I put in the picture directly under it. You can dab, like I said, the oil that's in your hand. I rub it normally on the picture. If you do not have the picture, that's fine. You can just put the person's name, the petition. You can write out what you would like done as well. This just amplifies it. If you don't have the petition, it's fine. If you don't have the picture, it's fine. The candle would just do. If you don't have a blue candle, it's fine. So all that is okay. Also, so normally I have a altar that I put my candles on, but just for camera view, I'm going to show you just this little altar that I have. So you're literally putting the candle in the altar. And what I do is I tend to put some sea salt around it because sea salt is a good barrier of protection. I literally put the sea salt, just sprinkle a little bit around it. I also, the ingredients that I used in my candle, I sprinkled just a little bit around it because remember, I'm trying to put my intention. I want this to work 100%, so I'm doing what I can. And what I tend to do is I find a dice, and I put it where it has 3, and I lay it right next to it. So this is how my altar would look. Picture, picture. Sorry. You have the picture, petition. Okay. Remember, this is folded towards me 3 times. Even though it doesn't look like it, it's folded towards me. So petition, okay. Sprinkle my sea salt and all my other ingredients around it. Put my dice, 3. And that's my prayer. Other people I've seen, they do just the candle. Sometimes this is another thing you can do, just the candle, even if you don't have the picture or the petition. They put 3 pennies, 1 on the top, 2 on the side, and then when the candle is burned down, you literally can take the pennies and just bury them away from your property. Just find somewhere you can go to a park, or if you're taking a walk, just have the 3 pennies in and just bury it. So that's something else that I've seen done from other practitioners. Like I said, you don't have to do that. Sometimes I do that, other times I don't. It just depends on your intention with everything. Remember, you will know if your prayer has been heard because the candle will burn down. It'll burn down all the way. This is an example of a candle burning down beautifully. This was the herbs, the name I had on the bottom. As you can see, it's completely clean. So that means it was heard beautifully and the prayer has been answered. There's no dark mark in it or fog or anything. It's a perfect burnt down candle. So this is what you want. If you do not have that, if it stops, I'll do a video on reading candles. If it stops, there's certain meanings to it, whether your prayer has been answered or not. If it just has just a little bit down, below, it's okay. You don't need to go redo that. It's more of the ones that burn and just stop. It's either your intentions aren't going well, or there's something that's in the way, there's a block. So when that tends to happen, because like I said, I call out to my angels and spirit guides, I always ask permission, you know, I ask permission. And what I mean in regards to asking permission is I ask my guides and my angels if they can ask the permission from that person's guides and angels so I could do a healing candle for them, you know. And every time that I've had a block, when I ask, the answer is always answered, and my prayers, you know, my candles always burn down all the way. I've never not asked if I see that it doesn't burn, and so I ask, and I've never not asked and redid a candle and it not burn all the way. That's how I do it. I always ask permission because, you know, everybody is protected with their own spirit guides and angels. And so please remember, my light workers, to really put your intention into whatever method that you decide to do. Like I said, if you don't have all the ingredients, it's okay. And if you don't have all the herbs, that's okay. All the oils, that's okay. You know, just really put your intention into it. And however you do it, it's your prayer will be answered, and you will be able to tell if the prayer is answered. So that's all I had to teach you today as far as the healing candle. Remember, like I said, this is a very strong candle. If you really, really want to help someone, just heal whatever issues they're going through. I have helped so many people. There was someone going through a situation with mental health. There's another that went through arthritis pain that they were having. I've seen it help numerous people, like I said. So, you know, you don't have to take my word on it. You can do it yourself and try it out for yourself. Just really put your intention into it, and really, really call out your angels to do it. And always, like I said, do your protections. I do have a video on how do you protect yourself, you know, before you do any form of magic, or candle work or anything. I do have a video on that, so please remember to check that video out, just so you can have some knowledge on what to do before you start anything, because you want all the energy around your work to be 100% clear and positive, you know, just energy just flowing through. So just make sure you check that video out on that. Other than that, I hope I gave you some information on how to, you know, do this healing for anyone or for yourself. Yes, you can do this for yourself. I know I have. Please remember to share, like, and subscribe my channel. You can follow my IG at Ania Lightworker 11. And please shoot me an email at anialight11@gmail.com if you have any questions, or if you have any suggestions on any other topics you'd like me to do about, or any other kinds of candle work. I'm trying to cover them all just to kind of educate you and really give you that knowledge, especially for those that are really beginners. Thanks.